Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. The toss sweep to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. Guys, he's already got 44 yards rushing for him now. What a drive to kick off the new season. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Using his legs, it's Barnes. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. If they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try the toss to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Hey, I know it's only one drive, but that sets a standard that you want to live up to not only the rest of this game, but maybe the entire season.
And these players were talking about the talent they had coming into this game. They've got a lot of speed. They've got some experience. They've got guys that have played a lot of snaps, so it's not just going to be the expectations in their own huddle, in their own locker room, but I think for fans of college football watching this team play all year, they're going to be expecting them to put up points.
Offense getting set for first down. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll turn to Martinez. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Running back searching for a hole. Relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13.
Brings up 2nd down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit, because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Hurricanes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to keep testing the second.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Got his man on the right. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Trying to get the corner. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
He's got it.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. Plows through the defense. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
To the ground. He's got it again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. He's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He's looking to throw. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Arnold. Takes the easy one to the back. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Lets it fly. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here comes the offense on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Fast motion from the offense. Wants to throw. It's Arnold. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was
Going downfield for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning. So you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Sooners want to move quickly. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Still running at the 40. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Try to get it to the edge. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Jordan. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Caught behind the line. It's Carr. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Touch pass on the run. He breaks a tackle. Oh, look out! Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Canes. They take the lead with the 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. SMU is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 28 to Tennessee. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. And getting a sack right away, the opening play of the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Sends it downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. That Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They go right back to him. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Snap it to the back. Fights off a defender. He's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
The give to the tailback. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sidelines to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smart.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Miami 28, Oklahoma 16.
Do better than this.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll try to get outside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. The jet sweep pass. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
Oklahoma 16.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explode.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Arnold. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. At the 40, there he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Here on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That linebacker shot through the hole so fast and timed up that snap count perfectly, getting the big hit on the running back for the tackle for loss.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Using the spin move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Baylor is getting its clock clean today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 18 to USC. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Motion from the offense. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. complete to the right. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around.